Hey y'all, so today we're gonna do something a little bit different, y'all. All right, so we're going to do a basic lesson in astronomy. Okay, so y'all already know I'm always talking about how we really don't know the planets in our solar system. It's like we skipped over that part when we was in school, right? So it's very important that we learn this, y'all. All right, everything in existence, all right, everything in our solar system, the planet's not just sitting out there for no reason. Everything means something, guys. Okay, so we got to get ourselves to a point where we understand and get back into the ancient sciences. Okay, so like I always tell y'all, go beyond what you think you know. Go beyond your zodiac sign. Okay, the planets, the stars, the moon, and all that shit means something too. All right, so we're gonna go over some basics. All right, so we're gonna go all the way back to what, fifth grade, I think, fourth, fifth grade, when we first started learning about the planets. All right, because most of us don't. Just be honest, most of us don't remember the planets in the solar system. We might know some of the names, but we don't remember the order they in. We don't know this. We don't know much about them. All right, so we're gonna kind of look into that today, y'all. I'm gonna try to make it fun and not boring, because that's part of the reason why we didn't really pay attention to it when we was in school. All right, so y'all bear with me. I might be pausing the video a few times. All right, I'm feeling a little kind of like, but it's all good. All right, so the first thing we're gonna look at, y'all, is galaxy. All right, so we're gonna start by defining some terms that we heard before, but we might have not looked deeply into them. All right, so galaxy, a galaxy is a system of solar systems and other stars. All right, so we know our galaxy is the Milky Way galaxy. All right, so that's what we're gonna focus on, the Milky Way. All right, so solar system. So a solar system consists of one star with planets and moons that orbit and revolve around that star. Okay? So a solar system consists of one star with planets and moons that orbit or revolve around that star. Okay? Keep that definition in mind. Y'all might want to pause and write some of this stuff down, all right? In our solar system, the sun is our star, and the planets and moon are what revolve around the sun. All right, so let me say that again. In our solar system, the sun is our star, and the planets and moon are what revolve around the sun. Okay, so let that sink in. So that means that when you go outside, you look in the sky, right, you see stars. So that means they have at least one planet orbiting it. Okay, so it's not just a big ball of light. All right, it's infinite life out there, y'all. All right, so we want to learn these things so we can actually really start to expand our minds, because even if we look this stuff, you can look this stuff up by definition and it'll tell you what it is, right? But for some reason, I think in our mind we feel like I don't know if we feel like we so big or we so small that, we look out there and we see these lights. It's, oh, that's just a light, that's just a star. All right, so if our sun is our star, that means that you're looking at a lot of suns out there. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, we're going to expand our minds. All right, so since we got those basic definitions out the way, and this is something that, I really want y'all to, if whoever's going to be interested in this, all right, probably not everybody, but, take notes and begin to think. Let your mind wander. All right, because a lot of us have never heard, have never thought so deeply about, looked into astronomy like this. All right, and so this is gonna lead us into the astrology. Okay, and I'm putting all this information out here, y'all, because I want, for one, I think it's important for all of us to know. All right, it's virtually impossible for you to understand yourself if you don't understand the place in which you live. Okay, I'm a firm believer in that. All right, also I'm going to be starting tarot courses. Okay, so tarot, the truth speaker way, and of course this is some of the things that you're going to need to know. All right, if you're going to be dealing with tarot in any kind of way, you're going to have to know something about astrology, okay, and astronomy. All right, so anyway, so let's go ahead and move on to Earth's two natural elements. Okay, so we have fire and air, which are masculine. All right, and I know some of y'all with the tarot, so y'all know masculine energy, feminine energy. Okay, it's the same with the planets. All right, so we're looking at as above, so below. I also urge you all to go and research universal law too. That's one thing you need to know as well. All right, and I might even do a video on that. Okay, so we have fire and air, which is masculine energy. Okay, and we also do have water and earth, which is feminine energy. Okay, so with planets in our solar system, the same way the zodiac signs, some of them are masculine and feminine. Some of the planets are masculine, feminine, or they're just like neutral gender. Okay, so we're gonna get into all of that in a minute. So y'all can take those notes down. Those are the natural elements. We have fire and air, which are masculine. We have water and earth, which are feminine. Okay, so let's get into those planetary alignments, all right? Because I know most of us don't remember that from school, all right? So let's get into, so we're going to go from closest to the sun, all right, y'all? So the first planet closest to the sun is Mercury, all right? Which that shouldn't really surprise many of y'all. For those of y'all that know, some of y'all that's into the tarot, you already know that that's the planet of communication, okay? So that's the closest to the sun. All right, that's where we receive our communication from, the sun. All right, the sun is what lights up our world. All right, without the sun, we would be non-existent. Okay, so we get all of our communication. That's where we get our life force from. All right, the sun. All right, so the first planet from the sun is going to be Mercury, which is the planet of communication, y'all. It is neutral gender, okay, because of its balanced characteristics, okay? So make sure y'all taking y'all notes. This is something that you're going to want to know, especially if you want to get into interpreting your birth chart, all right? So number 2 from the sun is going to be Venus, okay? Venus, the planet of love and values, all right? That is a feminine energy, okay? So Venus is the planet of love, of values, and it is feminine energy, okay? So that is the basic meaning behind it. Now remember, y'all, it's so much that you can grab and that you can actually get from you know, the meaning of the planets, even with the zodiac signs, okay? But we're just doing a basic, all right? Because as I do more videos on this, I'm gonna expand some more, all right? So Earth, number 3. Earth is a planet of character, all right? And we're going to say something else about Earth once we finish with the rest of the planets. But that is a feminine energy, okay? It's Earth energy, so it's feminine. We know that. Number 4, all right? Mars, the planet of war and action, okay? Masculine, all right? So some of y'all know, like me, I'm an Aries, so we know that's my planetary ruler. Mars, I'm an Aries, all right? So let's move on to number 5, which is Jupiter, the planet of expansion, blessings, luck, okay? That's masculine energy, all right? We know we got that big old thing happening with Jupiter and Aries in January, okay? We also did have it at another part of the year. Earlier this year we had it also. That is the planet of luck and blessings. A lot of y'all probably be hearing people talk about that, all right? Everything in our soul, everything means something, y'all. Everything is everything. That's what we have to understand, all right? Nothing happens by coincidence, none of that, all right? Everything is pure energy, okay? So even the planets, all right? As above, so below, all right? We're going to get to that as we move on. But let's move on to number 6, all right? So number 6 is Saturn, okay? The planet of maturity, character, discipline, and karma. Masculine energy, okay? So some of y'all might have heard Saturn been talking, excuse me, I told y'all I was a little sick. But some of y'all may have heard that Saturn is, you know, the planet of karma, restrictions, discipline, you know, the father of time, the father of the solar system. You know, this is what gives everybody their whoopings, right? That's what you hear most people saying about Saturn. They say you cannot escape this matrix unless you go through Saturn. All right, I'm saying unless, and that's my New Orleans language, y'all. But unless you go through Saturn, okay? So that is what they're referring to. That is what Saturn represents, okay? And we'll go deeper into that as we move along. But let's keep moving, all right? And I used to teach this in a course, and I still do more extended, but I'm really trying to get away from it. So I'm doing videos now because I'm moving more so on into different areas of teaching now, okay? So number 7, Uranus, the planet of evolution. It is neutral gender because of its balanced characteristics, okay? And Uranus is all about abrupt changes, new perspectives. It's one of the outer planets, okay? So those are one of the outer planets. The outer planets usually rotate real slow. All right. Well, they do rotate real slow. Not usually, but they do. All right. So Neptune, we have the planet of Neptune is really the planet of intuition. It's connected to the spiritual realm. Okay, it's a feminine energy. All right. So intuition is feminine. That's internal. Okay. So external, we'll be dealing with spirit. All right. That's masculine, like fire and air energy, like we talked about in the beginning. All right. Pluto, number 9, last planet that we're going to look at in our solar system. That is the energy of transformation, okay, and that is feminine energy, okay. So that is many of you might know that Pluto is associated with Scorpio energy, okay. We did have that Pluto return this year, all right. So big energy. Was that this year? I think, yeah, that was this year, earlier this year. Pluto return energy, yeah. So that is the energy of transformation, y'all. Okay, so now we just named the 9 planets in our solar system. So hopefully you got a few things from there. You learned the planets of the solar system. You learned the order that they are from the sun, and you also learned basic meanings of those planets. And when we talk about the meanings, we're talking about the energy, okay, that those planets carry. All right. So I hope that y'all got something from that. It's 11 minutes long so far, so I'm gonna stop it right here, y'all. All right, I try to make it fun. I hope I did. I try to not make it too bland or whatever. Now the next thing we're gonna move into, y'all, is we're gonna actually get into the astrological signs in order, okay, in order. All right. And this is gonna be specifically, I mean, for anybody who wants to learn, you know, and you feel like this information you're getting something from it, go ahead and get it. All right. But this could be like a precursor also for those of you. I know some of y'all have been asking, when am I going to do the tarot course? And I have that coming real soon. But these are just some of the basic things that I would want y'all to know before you get into the tarot class. All right. So I hope you enjoyed the video, y'all. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure y'all took y'all little notes or whatever. Make sure you don't just take notes. Make sure that you studying this shit, right? Because as you learning it, you can decode your own birth chart, right? And you know what I like to say, all right? I do birth chart assessments, y'all, all right? And you can use your birth chart to figure out ways to navigate, okay? Really. All right, and you can figure this shit out, but you have to know what you're dealing with. All right, so I'm gonna leave it as that, y'all. Y'all not gonna go on and on, but that's it. So I hope y'all like the video, y'all. Make sure y'all comment, make sure y'all hit the like for me, and until next time, I see y'all.